And welcome back to the Shane Plays Let's Play of a multiplayer game of Age of Wonders 3 with Matt Barton of Matt Chat, interview show, YouTube channel, and mattchat.us website. Internet, or I should say video game historian and interviewer and novel, or not novelist, but an author. Really good stuff. And then Nathan Tolbert, who is a regular guest, I would say probably a founder and vital member of the Gamers Haven podcast, an all-around nice guy.
I am one of the founding members, yes.
Founding members. So this is part 3, where Matt continues to encounter setbacks and share them with us.
I'm going to migrate this city
and then
to a race that likes volcanic.
You should do that. And then Nathan,
Draconians then.
Who has
Draconians or goblins?
Draconians. I think Draconians like volcanoes.
I think you're right. Goblins hate it. So Draconians it is.
And then Nathan, of course, has recently enticed the dragons to join him. The fact of which he has
brought down a lot of ire on my head.
Ire from myself. Matt has not verbalized his ire, but there's some ire there, I'm sure.
It's a lot of censored ire.
Yeah, censored ire.
Beep, censored beep, ire. Beep, beep, beep.
Some might actually say it's been quite irksome.
Oh yeah, it's Easter. So
I'm vexed.
Excellent. Vexed, I tell you.
People are going to listen to us talk for 5 minutes and go, "Oh, you guys are using words way too big for us. We're done."
The guy thinks just because he has a large vocabulary.
Oops, there was another one. There went another watcher. Sorry there, Shane.
What happened?
I said, your words aren't monosyllabic, and therefore we're not going to... Oh, I just lost another one there. Another word that was too big.
Oh, I got you. Something has happened.
Come on, dragons, work for me.
People, I apologize that you're seeing the screen jump around, but my recording window seems to have gotten off a bit. I guess that'll work.
Dun dun dun.
So unprofessional.
Who are we waiting on? We're waiting on mattbarton.exe.
Matt. Well, he has a lot that he's dealing with right now.
Waiting on me, eh?
Yeah, waiting on you, my friend.
Wow. Apparently my people's opinion of you is negative 800.
What?
I went into the diplomacy. I'm looking at what my people think of Matt Barton's. And we started off with 100 positive alignment because we had a mutual ally. And then on turn 10, he declared war on one of our allies. And then on turn 38, he declared war on one of our allies for a total of negative 800. My people distrust him, is what it says.
So how do you... I forget how to get into the diplomacy screen.
Just click the little shield down on the bottom right-hand corner, or just click what is it? I can't think of the term for the... It's the two spiral leaves that are bound together at the base. The leaves of peace, big leaves, maybe, with the 3 people in the upper left-hand corner.
So I'm looking at you, for example, Nathan. Where do I see how my people think of you?
Why can't I make baths?
You might not have enough money. Okay. Now, when you first click on me, you will see right there. It says relation modifiers on the right side. It's like 2 hands clasped in like a arm wrestling pose. If there's anything listed there, those are relationship modifiers.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Yeah, mine has a bunch.
Let me look at Thanos. Oh yeah. Huh. Let's see. Yeah, I've got negative 800 on Matt because he says he declared war on their ally and declared war on their ally. Which ally did you declare war on, Matt?
I don't know. It doesn't say, but whoever it was, apparently our people are not happy about that.
keep letting people.
I don't know what happened there, Matt, but
You're very
I don't know
naughty,
either.
Matt. You're very naughty. Ooh, I think I may have found
Just trying to kill
city
people. What's the
location.
big deal?
isn't that the name of this game?
Oh, my dude is returned.
I guess they call it Age of Wonders because half the time you're wondering what the hell
What
is going
what are
on.
you doing?
Yeah, I thought. Well, it is reinforcing the age of blunders, right? That's
We do
funny.
kind of just trip our way through it, and then
We
always
call it
have.
age of wonders
That's-
because we wonder what we're doing. That's pretty good.
As you wonder, what were they thinking?
What were they thinking? Okay, so
I don't know. The premise seems to be pretty good. It's just implementation is a little difficult.
I didn't lose my
I
egg.
found it-
Sweet.
You know, as much as I love this music, I feel like I've heard this tune for like 300th time now.
I don't even.
Yeah,
I
I
don't have the
turned my
music
music
turned
off.
up very loud. Yeah. Kinda.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going that way.
So what's sweet is, I had that mythical egg mount thing, and
It came back with you from the void.
yeah, I assumed I would lose it in the void, but I didn't.
And when it finally opened, inside was only pantyhose.
Yeah,
Damn it! I hate when that
Eggs.
happens.
not eggs. Okay, this dude keeps offering to join me, and I keep declining. Go away.
You will go away after 3 to 5 turns.
Okay, because he wants too much money, so it's not happening.
I don't have enough money after spending 1,100 gold on the dragons. So
Goblins.
hey, cool. A couple of my cities grew.
Alright, what am I going to make here over at the guard? Sorcerer's Conflux. What is that? Merchandise. Increases gold. Storehouse. Builder's Hall. I think I'm going to build a Warhol. An Andy Warhol. Install throne. Oh, that makes it your throne city. Okay. Race goblin. It's got a wooden wall. It's got a
I thought that added a toilet.
Speaking of, man,
Not porcelain throne, Matt.
I was on Google Plus the other day, and somebody posted they had gone to a restaurant that was themed after a toilet.
Oh dear lord.
I found that. I mean, it was actually, I should say, it was themed after a bathroom. Like everything was all tiled. There were like fake urinals on the walls. When you sat and ate, you sat on toilets, and your food came like in a, like almost like a, what do you call it? Not a dish pan. Like if you're in the hospital. The thing.
Bedpan?
The bedpan. Yeah, I was like, that's just. I mean, everything looked clean, but that was just not appetizing to Shane Stacks. I gotta
Really?
say, it was not appetizing. Not appetizing. Not appetizing, buddy.
At least. Oh god.
But what's that? Did you find it?
That's not appetizing in the least.
And my dad was always, apparently when he changed his first few diapers, they thought it looked like mustard.
It did. It does to me, or it did to me. I have to.
And he won't eat mustard to this day. Always asks for whatever he eats, no mustard.
Ooh, I get a
No
free
mustard.
I get a free city upgrade to my nearest city. Sweet.
Quick, grab it before someone else does.
Oh, I already did.
I guess we all have those foods that we don't eat because they remind us of something gross.
Yeah. Well, ketchup.
Oysters.
I like ketchup, but for some reason, ketchup directly on my hamburgers or whatever grosses me out. I have to have it on the side. I don't know why.
For me,
This-
it's oysters because I remember the scene with the facehugger and aliens. Or alien, when they're dissecting it. That's
Say what
oyster.
now? Say that. Oh, an oyster?
The scene where they're dissecting the facehugger and Alien, the first
Yeah.
Alien movie.
Yeah.
All those layers of nastiness,
Right.
those are oysters. And since I found out that was what those were, I can't eat oysters. It grosses me out.
Huh.
Just can't do it.
It's not going to happen. Okay, so what have I got there? All
Not
right.
gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. 1,000 points of light.
We were actually talking about this with my wife the other day, and my dad always said that if you get hungry enough, you'll eat anything.
I believe that.
And I just don't know if that's true, because I think there's been plenty of people that have starved to death when there was food available. It was just something that was so unappetizing, or that maybe they had religious reasons or whatever,
Yeah.
but they just, refused to eat it. They'd rather die than eat it.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I've never been that hungry, but these survival stories where people had to turn to cannibalism. That one, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if.
I don't even know if it would come to that. I mean, there might be, like you were saying, ketchup or whatever, I mean, would you starve to death before you would eat something with ketchup on it?
Oh, of course not. I mean, but my preference is not to. I mean, I like ketchup. I just don't like what it looks like in the consistency and all that when it's directly on my food. Like a soggy hamburger bun with ketchup in the bun grosses me out. I don't like it.
See, I'm more the opposite. I love tomatoes in any kind of processed form, like pasta sauce or pizza sauce or whatever.
Right.
But just a fresh tomato, for some reason, that just freaks me out.
It freaks you out.
Just don't like the taste of it. Like those little cherry tomatoes that everybody loves, I can't stand them.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of those.
I hate those.
I don't even like my salsa to be too chunky.
See, and
I
I
always
don't
get the
think
kind
that's
that's a little bit more processed.
See, then you're getting out of a taste thing, and you're more into a texture thing, right?
Yeah.
It's not a taste issue.
I guess taste-wise, I don't know if I could eat tuna fish out of a can.
Oh, I love it. Big tuna.
I love
fish fan.
Spam and all those processed meats, potted meat, whatever. For some reason, the smell of tuna fish just turns my stomach.
I don't know what it is. I don't care for the smell.
Of what?
Smell
Tuna fish?
just.
Yeah.
Yeah, tuna fish has.
Even thinking about it now, just ugh. No thanks. Same thing with sardines.
Oh, I won't even touch sardines with a 10-foot pole.
Touch what? Any kind of bean?
No sardines.
Oh, sardines. Yeah, they're pretty gross.
That's yeah.
I think I'm gonna hold on.
Salted dead fish preserved in a metallic container. No, thank you. I'll take my chances.
What do I want to do here? Ooh, a sage workshop. I like that.
Got me another city, I did.
Yeah,
Oh, good job.
Yeah, very nice, very nice.
Very
Doing
nice.
okay
very
now.
nice. Good on you.
You know, I actually probably need to put a unit or two into this city that I just
Fertile
took.
Plains.
Take my own.
Now my hero's all by himself. That's not a very good scenario.
Keep them inside the city borders, inside the city walls, and they won't attack you. Well, I shouldn't say that, because if I say that, they're going to jump you and kill you. They don't attack me when I'm safely ensconced inside a city wall.
Yeah, I've been building all these bathtubs.
You mean bathhouses?
Yeah.
Bathtubs.
What do the bathhouses do? I haven't actually looked.
Make people happier. Might give you a boost
Public
of
bath.
population.
Oh yeah. Additional happiness.
I can understand, man. A couple days without a shower and I get really cranky.
Yep.
Well, not only do I get really cranky a couple days without a shower, but no one wants to be around me. I haven't had a shower in a couple days.
Strangely
Yeah.
enough. Funnily
I
enough,
try to take a shower at least once a month, whether I need it or not.
haste berries.
Yeah, they replenish your movement.
Nice.
What's the longest you've ever gone without a shower
Um,
Longest?
about a week.
or a bath or any kind of
About a week.
a week?
About a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, what was the circumstances there?
Camping.
Oh, camping.
Yeah.
A buddy and
You didn't
I.
have any
Camping
way. You
near a
didn't take
lake.
a little bath in a stream or anything.
No.
Not even a sponge bath.
No.
I don't like to talk about
must
sponge
have been
baths
right.
with other men.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I get a
I
pack of baby wipes with me or something.
Yeah, I do not envy anybody that was standing downwind of me. It was probably not a very pleasant experience. But yeah, we were camping, and normally we camp near a lake, so you just go swimming every day, and that keeps you pretty,
Yeah, that's fine.
not smelling horrible. I mean, you kind of smell like dead fish water, but it's still better than smelling.
When I was in Tampa, I was hanging out at a place called Skipper's Smokehouse sometimes that have bands there. And I was talking to a guy that said he had lived for a whole year in the Everglades, just all by himself, living off the land. But he lived. He said he lived in a canoe.
In the
And
canoe.
he had a little thing that he'd put over him every night. I just thought that was the coolest thing, man.
That's pretty neat.
I don't know if I could
Flip
pull it
the
off
canoe.
myself, but I'd sure like that. I'd sure like to know how he did it.
I have no idea. Man, that's crazy.
He said he had this poison that he would make for fish. I mean, he could have been full of it, but he had, if he was full of it, he was pretty convincing.
Yeah,
you
he
know?
was pretty good about it. Pretty good at it.
I mean, he said he had this little poison he could make for fish, and he would, feed himself that way.
That sounds perfectly logical or reasonable. It's not like he's saying anything that's like outlandish.
Well, it was possible. But I mean, you'd have to be a pretty good misanthrope to hate people so much
Yeah.
that you would just go off and somewhere. I mean, for a year with no human contact.
There's
Some
been several
people-
times I've contemplated
Yeah,
it.
some of the best stuff I've ever read or documentaries I've seen are about people that do that kind of thing. They just, like one of my favorite books ever growing up was My Side of the Mountain, about the kid who went into the woods and lived in a hollowed out tree and like tamed a falcon. And
With
it
the
was
the peregrine falcon.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty fascinating. I can't remember, was that true or was that fiction? It read like it was true.
I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I loved that book when I was a kid growing up. I was always so mad at the hunter who killed the peregrine falcon.
No, see, I don't even remember that part. I
Yeah,
vividly
the
remember.
falcon gets killed by a hunter.
I did not remember that.
Yeah,
I
hunter
just
shot
remember
him.
him making like his own jam, and he was like living in the tree. And during the winter, because sometimes when it's extremely cold, trees will explode. And he was worried that his tree was going to explode. I remember that.
Yeah, he was also when he did his first fire, he didn't do it right. He didn't vent it properly, and so the place.
Oh
got
yeah,
filled up
yeah,
with
yeah,
smoke.
yeah. I remember that. I forgot about his falcon getting killed. That's pretty sad.
Yeah, the peregrine falcon ended up dying. It got shot by a hunter.
That's really sad.
I just that part sticks out in my brain because I hate I hate it when animals die.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love my food, my hamburgers and stuff, but like
Right. No, I get you.
animals that like our cats. One of the reasons why our cats don't go
There
outside
are
is
people
because
that
we
would
have some
go
of the
out
worst
into the
people in
Civil
world.
War photographs. They'd have all these human corpses everywhere, but what people said really disturbed them was the photographs that had dead horses.
Yeah, the horses. Well,
Yeah.
the horses are innocent in the matter, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's what they said.
It's not good to see a man dead, but he had,
Complicity.
That man might have wanted to kill you,
right, or
Yeah.
he had more of a
but
choice.
a
in
horse
being
is
there.
not going to try to kill you.
Right, he had kind of an understanding. The horse is just in there, doesn't have any choice in the matter. It's,
A horse is a horse.
of course,
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's what it all comes down to me, because I'm the same way. I see, animals die, but it's like they had no choice in a probable victory. Yeah, I've heard of that enough. I'm not gonna fight.
Let me ask you guys something. Would you be a vegetarian if the only way you could eat meat was if you had to slaughter the animal yourself?
I'd
No.
probably come a lot closer to it. I'd probably.
No. I've lived on a farm. I've had to slaughter animals for food before. Wouldn't phase me in the bit.
I think I don't know. It might be.
I had to do
Well, I've
chickens.
slaughtered my own fish. I don't know if that really counts.
Well, that does, in a sense. You did have to skin it and debone it and fillet it.
Yeah. But I mean, that was pretty gross. I was pretty nauseated by the time I got around to actually eating
Yeah.
the damn thing.
Well, it depends on
And
the
that's
fish.
just the
Really?
fish. I mean, I haven't ever. I've seen people field dress deer,
Hold on a
and
second,
that to
guys.
Yeah.
me was bordering on the grotesque. I mean, that was a bloody, disgusting.
I'm not gonna lie. Field dressing a deer sucks, but
Yeah, that
It's
was a
gotta be done.
lot
If you don't
grosser
take-
than I thought it would be.
if you don't take care of that quickly, the meat will go bad, and then you can't eat the meat. So, there's a lot of, disgusting or distasteful things you have to do to survive.
These people are still unhappy. What the heck is wrong with them?
You're just a terrible leader, Matt.
They need a bath. I'll be right back.
Ah, my gold wyvern egg hatched. Cool.
Gold wyvern, huh?
Yeah. Pretty jazzed about it. Let's see what's going on up here.
Yeah, I would be too.
Well, it took me 10 turns and a trip to the void.
Jeez. That sucked.
What happened?
I won the battle with the Independents, but they killed all of my little hatchlings.
Oh, your little dragon guys?
Yeah, I have a little town that joined me for 17 gold.
Oh, nice.
Well, they were pure good, and I'm pure good. If the alignments of the town that you're trying to get to join you align
Yeah.
with the alignments
Mhm.
of the people in the town, it costs you significantly less to get them to join
Yeah,
you.
something about this game just makes my processor heat up.
Oh, really?
Really?
Civ, where's my
After
computer?
I
out?
can hear all the fans in my case running right now.
Matt, you'll be happy to
What
hear that my
processor do you
gold
have?
wyvern mount hatched. I know you've been waiting with bated breath for that. Yes, Civ,
My breath was baited with dead catfish.
Shrine to the Guardian Angel. Okay. Oh man.
Well,
this
speaking of
guy-
disgusting stuff, have you remember the first time I ever smelled that catfish bait?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's some pretty
God.
rough stuff.
Yeah, I'm like,
Stink
man, do
bait?
I really
Yeah.
want to eat something
Something that likes
finds
that, right?
this
yeah.
attractive? Yeah,
Yeah.
that was.
No, yeah, I'm totally down. I meet the outpost of Cahal. Leave or die. It says relationship.
they all-
I think it's time for you to join my empire. They will join. Okay, they told me to leave or die, but they'll join my empire for 175 gold. So
Do it!
come on in, fellas. Leave or die.
Now you
Here's
put them
100.
at peace with you.
I hate you.
Here's
Yeah.
100 gold.
Here's 175 gold.
And now
We're
it's
joining
easier.
your
Well,
empire.
actually, let's talk.
Ooh, independent. What is this? They're like golden zebras. Those look kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, those are the wild fey horses.
So are.
I
They're
wonder if
tier
you
1
auto-
monsters. They're not exactly.
Try to auto move a unit to one of your armies. Will it go to the army if the army moves, or will it just go to that
I think
tile?
it'll go to that tile. I think.
Okay, so that's not very intelligent.
Summon fantastic creature researched. Cool. I like this whole fantastic creatures. Who's tier 3?
Tier 3 monsters.
Yeah, I can summon them now. Very likely victory. Alright, don't kill me, because this is very, very likely. This is very likely. I won! Yeah! Woohoo! Yay! Take that, Earth Elemental! Yeah! Hurrah! Sorry, guys.
I don't think any of us have done the auto or the manual combat yet.
Not in this.
Well, there is no manual combat.
Not in this game. Yeah, turn it off.
Oh, cool. Just got another Patreon supporter.
Cool. Yeah, the Patreon's really nice.
Wish I could say it was me, but unfortunately, with me being out of work, that's not happening right now.
No, man, I wouldn't let you do it. As much as you given me, you kidding?
I gave you an Amiga and a. It's not that much.
You just cut out. Martial arts. What's this? Ooh, +5 bonus against attacks of opportunity.
God, you would have had a conniption fit if I had sent you that A620 accelerator, then wouldn't you?
I'd kind of like to video him having a conniption fit. Let's see if we can make that happen.
I think you had a conniption fit with my unboxing video.
Yeah, that was
I
pretty
about had
funny.
a heart attack when you opened it up and pulled out that piece of glass.
Oh,
my God.
man. That was so
Well, see,
hard
I've
to
had that
film
happen
because I
before.
kept busting out. I had to film that little segment about
Yeah, 'cause
15
you kept
times
laughing.
because
Yeah.
I just kept laughing thinking about your reaction.
What do I want to research now?
I saw that.
Ooh,
my
summon
my heart,
node
my,
serpent.
my heart and my stomach just dropped.
I can summon.
The third
a-
Amiga I ever shipped to someone basically had that happen to them. They got it, and the monitor, it looked like someone had taken a sledgehammer to the monitor screen.
Oh, for real?
And it looked like someone had driven like the UPS truck over the top of the A2000. They crushed it. And those things
I used to have a
built, you
friend that worked at a liquor store, and every Christmas they get all these Christmas packs of, Jägermeister, and they'd have basically a lot of free glassware and bottle opener stuff like that. So you'd have all of these Jaeger shot glasses, all of the vodkas and scotches. And we tried to sell them on eBay. And, my wife is a master packer. She was packing this stuff. There's no way it would have broken. But, every now and then we'd get somebody, they would say, oh, all the glasses were broken, so I'm not going to pay you anything. We had no way to prove it. So we finally
Well,
just
that's
had to
why
had to give that up.
And with those things, I insured all those things. That way, in the event that something gets broken like that, I'd have them file for the insurance claim, which means they had to take the broken items back to the shipping company. And if they didn't send them back to the shipping company, I didn't refund them their money.
Well, that's something we never thought about.
Yeah, that's why I
Actually, sounds
insured
like that would have
everything.
been smart.
That's why I insured everything. But the thing is, for the most part, with the Amiga stuff, I only ever sold that in places with people I would trust. So, yeah, when
you saying you
they
trust
sent
me?
pictures. Well, you saw how well I packed the thing to ship it to you. But I always sold my Amiga stuff through the Amiga Kit, or not Amiga Kit, EmiBank, because they do a lot of sales stuff there. Get to know a lot of those people, and they don't.
Yeah,
They don't
but I'm
screw
sure
you
there must be
around.
people out there that would say, it was broken it's broken when I got it as a way to get around paying for it.
Well, my general consensus is for a lot of the stuff that I collect, even if it's broken, if it doesn't work, as long as it's cosmetically in a stable appearance, I don't really care. Because most of the software, I've got CD versions of pretty much everything that I have sitting on the shelf in diskette format. And if I want to play it,
Yeah.
I'll pop out my CDs and play it. I don't actually play the actual media. That doesn't mean that I don't test all of it when I get it. So I know what works and what doesn't. But, I don't need it to be able to work to set on my shelf and look pretty.
Yeah, my basic thing is the shelf too. I mean, I do the video, so it's nice to have some people enjoy looking in the background and seeing those games. And
Oh yeah.
I mean, if I
missed.
could afford it, I would have twice the collection just so I could just rotate it in and out.
Yeah. Well, the interesting thing is you should send out messages to your Patreon supporters and say, hey, if you come across any old games for cheap, and you're any cheap old games,
Well, my
the box just
secret
has
weapon
to be
is
in.
I've been sending some stuff out to get signed.
Uh-huh.
So I sent out my Planescape Torment to get Chris Avalon to sign it. And I'm going to send out my Betrayal at Krondor to get Neil Halford's signature.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. I just kind of want to do it at a small scale right now, just to see if I can get it stuff back and reasonable. You know what's cool though about Chris Avalon? You know, as if this guy's not cool enough already, but he actually agreed to pay for the shipping on it.
Wow.
Oh, it is. I can't believe someone still has a boxed copy of this.
Yeah, I mean, how cool is that?
I would
That is
actually
really
rather
cool.
get for Planescape. I'd rather get. Is it Guido Hinkle? Guido? I'd like to get his since his face
Guido
is
Hinkle.
on it.
I could probably get his signature too.
Boxes have inside those for me.
It sounds, you know, we were talking earlier about the sort of the screwy stuff behind the scenes. I mean, this when I talked to Guido, I sensed there was some kind of drama about Planescape Torment and his involvement in it,
Yeah.
especially with him being on the box. I think
Yeah,
his
he
being on the
really
box
tried to
rubs people the
downplay
wrong
that.
way.
He really tried to downplay that. The fact that he was
On the
you know,
box.
Yeah.
Yeah, my guess is that he kind of came in as a producer. People probably felt like, who's this guy, you know?
Yeah, who's this asshole who's taking all of our glory?
Yeah, and then he's on the box. I mean, I could see how that could lead to some.
What's interesting though is that a lot of times that happens with people that have no desire to be put in that situation.
It kind of sounded like
Yeah.
he didn't want to be. He's like, well, it's kind of a little bit weird. 'Cause
Yeah.
The model.
He
that
seemed
they-
like he was really uncomfortable with the entire aspect of it.
Yeah. Who knows though? I mean, maybe he secretly loved it. Very likely victory. What am I fighting here?
Well, I think he's a
Obsidian
bit better that his Realms of Arcania series is not better known in the U.S.
Yeah, I bought that.
I have the
off
whole
God.
series.
I actually want to do a Let's Play series off of it.
No, I actually have a box. I have the Star Trail and Shadows over Riva. Unfortunately, both the CDs for Shadows over Riva and Star Trail were unfortunately at my friend's closet with the first one, the Blade of Destiny, when his house caught on fire, and unfortunately they got thrown out.
You know, Brenda
So I
Romero
don't
had
have
a lot to
media,
do with
but I have the
localize.
box.
No, it was Realms of Arcania, right? That Brenda Romero helped to localize.
I don't know.
I believe so. I believe she helped localize the manual.
Yeah, because Guido, I remember Guido talking about her a little bit and saying how instrumental she was and basically Americanizing it. I think she did more than the manual, maybe just the manual, but it sounded like she actually had some feedback
She
that they
probably did
used
some
for
of
the
the, some of
third
the
one.
language translation and the programming. I don't know. Recall what?
I just wish I could find out why the heck who was it? Michael Cranford
Yeah.
and no, it wasn't Michael Cranford. Who was she talking about? Douglas Bradley? What's his name?
P.W. Bradley.
Yeah, him. I want to know what the deal is with him.
Well, apparently there was one hell of a falling out there at Surtech when he left. Based on the
I
fact
just wonder
that
if it's a
she's like,
Michael Cranford type situation or. And I don't want to
where he
go into
held
too
the
much
program
detail about it
hostage.
with Shane doing the Let's Play.
Yeah.
What's that?
But
Oh yeah.
I
yeah.
don't want to go into.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was some. I had to edit out a lot of the stuff that Brenda said.
Yeah, she said off.
Well, she asked you to.
Yeah. I mean, she's
Yeah,
got
she
real
too, and-
fears, not about Douglas, but about somebody else. It just so happens the other person that's I can't even mention in her in the same sentence with her is somebody that I've had a lot of pressure on me to interview.
Don't do it. Don't do it. It's a trick. Get an X. Oh wait, sorry, wrong movie. No, that's always concerning, And you
Well,
have
I'm
to
not
you have
gonna
to
rabble
you have to
rouse. I mean,
wonder.
that's ridiculous.
And
I mean, I don't know what's might have gone on with these people. I mean, all I have to go on is what's on Wikipedia, what I've read, and then what they tell me.
Right.
Which unfortunately is not necessarily always the whole story. I mean, like the whole Michael Cranford thing. I mean, it was partially validated by oh, what's his name? Son of a biscuit.
Fargo?
The owner, huh?
Brian Fargo?
Yeah, it was partially validated by Brian.
Yeah, Rebecca Heineman had a take on him, and then Brian Fargo had a slightly different take on him.
Yeah, but he did confirm that he came in and held it hostage until he got more money. But oh crap. Flee. Well, he's dead. But he's like no, I don't think Rebecca Heineman did any of the programming. But I have the Ultimate RPG Archives right here in front of me, which has all the Bard's Tales, including the Bard's Tale construction kit in it. And when you look at the credits, there's one person listed for programming. So, that's what I guess we should go off of. And I don't have it in front of me, so I can't tell you who specifically it is, but it's not what I would have expected. So, I guess you can take what you will from it.
Take what you will.
I don't know. You just,
Yeah, you have to take it all with a grain of salt. Seriously.
Why can't I summon a fantastic creature? What happened? Oh no.
One of the scenarios a lot of these game developers have talked about is that when they are making a game, they're just kind of sitting around in a room. They're talking about ideas, and somebody says, "Oh, why don't you do this? Why don't you do? Oh, that's a good idea." And at the end of the day, they might not even remember who suggested what,
right?
Or even who did what. I mean, 2 or 3 people might edit the same code. And it gets to be very much of a difficult to decide who actually deserves credit for any one thing.
No, wait a minute, what's this?
Especially in the world of coding, I think that's one reason why in this open source movement, some people are they just get really upset whenever you mention that. And I think part of it might be that, well, if you opened up all the code, then you could suddenly see where you copied that. As long as you don't have access to the source code, you don't really know.
Who in the heck is? Oh, you're supposed to be up here, dude. Go.
Who's the black guy?
Hmm?
The black guy.
That is
Ciridas.
That's me. Talking about the color of my banner. Yeah, I just now got to where I
you're positioned pretty well there.
New day dawns.
It's like, Nathan, you got some cities to your west.
Yeah, I'm slowly taking over the ones I can.
I've got one to the south if I could ever put an army together.
Yeah. Let's put it this way. You might find the wording on this interesting, because every other one of these other programs says programming. When you see Bard's Tale 1 and Bard's Tales 2, it has listed for programming, program design. Programming.
Program design.
In other words, someone designed the layout of the program, but they didn't program it.
Huh.
Yeah, that sounds like some
That's usually how that's
wordsmithing.
construed. It's basically it's the whole six of one, half dozen of the other. And I don't know. Based on what I've heard of the situation, I really don't know who to believe in that situation. But when you compare personalities and mannerisms and attitudes, I'd rather go with Rebecca Heineman over Michael Cranston, considering the way he acts towards people and what he did with the production of the game and stuff. I mean, holding the game hostage because you want more money, that's
That's
pretty.
not cool.
Yeah, that's pretty low in my opinion. That's an underhanded blow, especially for a studio that was a small studio. Interplay was very small at that point in time, and they needed every penny that they had. And here's this guy holding a
Yeah.
game
He knew
hostage.
how valuable he was.
Yeah, and that's underhanded. That's disgusting. That is one of those reprehensible business tactics.
Well, I mean, to play devil's advocate, he probably felt like, hey, I'm the one making you guys all this money.
That's
And
fine.
who knows
You can ask
what,
for more money.
Brian Fargo
I'm
might have been
very-
driving around in a Porsche. I mean, that always rubs people the wrong way when they,
Yeah, it's
if
hard.
you're
Yeah.
doing the work that's making them. I mean, it's the same thing with the Atari guys. I mean, they'll talk about Bushnell or Cassar and how, they were making these games that were making the company millions of dollars, and they were, who knows what they were really being paid, but apparently much less
Why
than
is
they
this
thought
on
they
pause?
deserved.
My Griffin Spire is on pause. Why would this be?
It's because you don't have enough funds.
300 gold.
I mean, heck, I can even see you guys. This little podcast we do. I've thought about this before. And I was like, well, what if this, just kind of fantasize it, but what if this match at the Patreon thing just really took off? I mean, far beyond our dreams, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I could easily see how you guys would be like, well, that's because of this podcast.
Oh,
Yeah, I could see
right,
people saying
yeah.
that, but I don't see it that way. I mean, the fact of the matter is the podcast would never have come into existence if it hadn't been for all the diligent hard work that you put into actually creating the Matt Chat show in the first place.
Well, maybe,
Without
but just
the show,
imagine,
there wouldn't have been a podcast.
like I said, I mean, we're kind of in fantasy zone, but if I was making, say, hundreds of thousands of dollars with it, after a while you'd be like, why are we doing these podcasts for free?
Yeah.
He's driving around a Porsche.
Right.
Which is kind of how I imagine all of these I imagine a lot of these programmers feel that way about their their situations, because they're the ones doing all the heavy lifting.
One of the frustrating things is wasn't Bill Heineman, from what I understand, he was Rebecca Heineman. She was one of the founders of Interplay.
Right.
She was there when it started, and she gets no credit. Is the way I've heard it construed. I don't know. I only watched the.
Yeah, there must be some bad
the-
blood.
read a couple of
There's
interviews.
got to be some bad blood in there,
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. I kept
Which
clicking a
sucks
button for no
because,
reason. Trying to get into the production, and I was already there. What do I want to produce?
It sucks to think that these people that were obvious at some point in time, they were good friends, just completely fell out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start producing some trebuchets.
Well, if it can happen to me and Bill.
Yeah.
But
it doesn't take much.
Maybe one of these days you guys will get back.
Well, heck, the Beatles. I mean, anytime you have a situation like that, unless you're just willing to let some guy take the credit.
Yeah.
That's
All right,
why
guys.
I think if you listen to somebody like Barack Obama or any prominent politician, you notice whenever they give a speech, first thing they do is thank every little
Yep.
underling that had anything to do with their
Yep.
event. They go on and on and on I think that's all. Just try to. I think that's
So
part
help
of being a
tell
good
any
leader.
bad
You know,
feelings.
yeah, you don't want somebody to feel like you're taking advantage of them.
No. No, you don't.
You
But
know,
on top of that, you also want people to know that they're appreciated for their work. I
of
mean,
course,
one of the
yeah.
things that at the arcade, it was one of the things that I think people liked me for was the fact that I honestly and genuinely was appreciative. Like when the techs would come in and repair something, even if it was super minor on one of the machines, I'd let them know, I really appreciate you guys coming in, taking time out of your busy schedule to come fix this for me. I really
All
appreciate it.
right.
It's not something I can do, and it's important to me. And no
Well,
one
I've
else
heard that
did
time
that.
and time again, people care more about that than they do about their salary.
Hmm. Some
Yeah,
people do,
You
yeah.
know, if
people
they
would
feel
rather be
like their
happy than broke.
boss or their fellow employees really value them, that means a lot more than a pay raise.
Wait a minute, did I not?
Yeah,
Hold on a
and
second. I thought I researched
I just
terraforming. Chop trees.
and it's important that they know because the fact of the matter is the way I look at it is like this.
Oh, I did.
For all I know, no one else ever says a single thing to them about it, so they don't
Hmm.
hear any any sort of appreciation for their work. And let me tell you, some of those machines that they got in that have to get into to repair, even when they're unplugged. I mean, you're talking about machines that still have 280 volts of power running through the caps, if not more, being stored in the caps that have to be discharged at several amps. I mean, there's some deadly work that they'd have to do on those cabinets, and they did it safely and they did it quickly. So yeah, they deserve lots of appreciation for their work. And it's another thing. Yeah, artists are fantastic. I appreciate artwork for video games and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. But the thing is without the programmers, what's the point? What would be the point of having art if you can't get it into the
Yeah.
program in the first place?
I mean, to me, the programmers are they're the people that make it happen.
Yeah.
What in the heck is this?
Everybody else
It's like a
is,
big giant.
they're there to support the programmer. And that's probably not the popular opinion, but it's just.
You visit the
I
domain.
mean, there's always
of
been
owner of
artists,
the
there's always
source.
been musicians, there's always been all these other roles, but
Be
But if no
gone,
one takes into
Cerritos.
consideration
You
the
have
people
nothing
behind the artists that actually get
to
things up and
secure.
moving,
well, the programmer is the one that makes it interactive.
yeah,
Well, you gotta. I
he
mean,
really makes it work.
ooh, huh.
And even
Heck
the
is
game
this?
designers I've talked to have said, well, everybody's got ideas.
Well,
Unexplored
even I have
mythical
ideas.
treasure site. I'm gonna imagine that this is going to be
I
bad.
kind of feel sad. I got a lot of friends that, man, they think they're hung up in this idea that they can make a great game if they just come up with this original idea that's never been done before.
You don't
And they'll
even
just
have to have
talk
an
for
original
hours
idea.
about these ideas. And I'm like, look, your idea doesn't mean crap. Because you're not going to develop it. If you're not going to sit down and learn
Yeah,
how to
do
make this
something about
game
it, right?
yourself,
Yeah.
then don't even bother telling me about it. Because I'm not going to do it, and you don't have any money to pay anybody to do it. So just,
Just
instead of
shut
just
it.
going on and on about this brilliant idea, why don't you just learn how to use Game Maker and actually make a game?
Well, the only thing I'll add to that is if they have the inclination to go out and find people who know how to do things and hire them. But if all they ever do is talk about the idea and they never take a step towards doing anything about it, then yeah, it's just an idea at that point. And it'll never go
And I think they're
beyond
going to
that.
have this idea, and that once they tell people the idea, then suddenly things are going to start happening. When
Remember
the
that-
reality is every 2-bit programmer has plenty of ideas. I mean, nobody I know of is like, oh man, if I just had an idea,
Right.
I would love to program that for you.
Do you remember that game I was talking to you guys about that I was thinking about that space like Might and Magic game that Mad Merv was like, nope, don't even bother, just forget about it because you'll never make it. It'll suck.
I don't remember that. No, I have to say.
I don't remember that
I
either.
don't remember
This
that.
was it was probably about a month and a half ago. I started doing design documentation on it. I'm gonna try to make it myself.
Go for it, man.
Well, that's the way to go.
I've got the time now, considering I'm going to be recovering from surgery for forever. So while I'm pretty much laid up and not able to go anywhere or do anything, I might as well be doing something. So
Right. Okay.
maybe
Yeah.
I'll check out Game Maker as the programming interface.
Yeah,
The way
I
I
think
look at it
these
is,
days,
you just keep making little games. I mean, even little stuff I'm doing just as a hobby. At least I'm making something, putting it out there.
Yeah, these days.
I mean, I could have just talked about a Matt Chat Easter egg video game, but who cares? But actually make it, put it out there. If it sucks, it sucks. But at least I made something.
Oh, I thought that was great, man. You need to do more of those. Those are fun. That was fun. I know it's very simplistic, but it's like it's a point and click adventure game.
Yeah. Well, you have an idea and you execute the idea and you learn things. Like I learned stuff doing that.
Like making interactive objects in HTML5.
Yeah. So next time, if I wanted to make something better, bigger and better, I have the basics down.
You can make it do things like when you click on something, it has a response action. It does something in response to what you just did.
Yeah, if I could
There's
have
all
made it more
sorts
sophisticated, I could have had all kinds of bells and whistles.
Yeah, but there was you were working with a limited budget of 0 and a limited time.
Yeah, and it
budget.
was just for fun. You know, that's the thing.
Okay, so now
Well,
how do
but
I
there
do
was-
this? Unit can build structures on the world map. So how do I do this?
But I definitely have a lot of appreciation. I think most of the people I've talked to on Match Chat feel the same way, that if you make stuff, that's a lot more impressive, even if it's not the best. Just the fact that you saw it through.
Yeah,
It's a lot more
because it
impressive
takes
than
a lot
somebody
of
else
work.
that might have all these so-called great ideas, but they've never actually done anything. All right, closely matched. It's closely matched. I'm gonna auto combat it, okay?
Don't do it. Oh, don't do it.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Don't do it.
Good luck. Hey, you won.
You attacked Independence and won, and I
Did you
didn't
really?
lose but one troop.
It was evenly matched.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I said.
Closely matched.
All right, I found
And I
a
only lost
city,
one
which is-
troop, and I got a troop as a reward, so I'm back to full strength. Times they are a changing.
Hopefully.
All right, that was awesome.
Dennis attacked Independence and won.
I think this game is just truly random, you know.
I think there is a level of randomness to it.
Randomnimity.
If it says
Randomness.
closely matched or even very likely,
Randomness.
if it says very likely, that doesn't mean certain.
No. It just means
You know,
likely.
you've got a good slice of. You could still lose.
Yeah,
And
like
if I
just-
flipped
that-
a
that
coin,
combat,
if I could flip a quarter 5 times in a row, and I might get 5 heads.
Yeah. You want to help me attack this city over here? This fork city?
Yeah, let's start working together to kind of take out some of these other guys, so that
Who are you talking to?
because we were at
You, Matt. I'm near your Thanos of House Eniac.
Yeah, we
You're
are
on
at,
the border of like a fork city.
just so you know,
You'll see my guys actually up near the city.
we're at 3 hours in, so let's start trying to.
All right, where are you? Sorry.
I don't really know. Okay, do you know where your main hero is? Thanos?
Just tell me approximately on the map where.
Just to the right of where
Northwest,
my main
southwest.
city is.
Okay, I don't know where your main city is.
Okay, let's see. Where's your... Okay. Alright, let's see. What's the city? North of Natch Bratch. You have a hero sitting on the
Snatch.
border.
What?
Nach Brach, or Nach Brach. You have your hero sitting there on the border. There is an orc.
Oh, okay. I think I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure. You just need to, I think, move a. Actually, the way
Yeah,
that city's positioned, yeah, that might work.
Yeah, I'll move into a flanking position if you come up the front. We should
All
both
right.
be able to attack him.
What
Yeah,
are you guys
there
going
we
after?
are. We're
Now,
taking out an independent city.
Where are you at? Like where on the map?
Just to the left of the middle. To the right of one of my cities, and to the north of one of his cities.
Battle 1.
I lost a unit.
Where was
I
the
took him out.
Okay.
Okay.
See,
And I can't get out of the city, can I?
See,
Well,
I wish that you would use the manual combat there, because I would have loved to have seen if it would let me control my troops.
Yeah, you would. You would control your troops, and I would control my troops.
Next time that we're in a situation like that, let's do the manual combat.
Well, we can't. This scenario
We
is
gotta
not
have it
set up
available
to
to
allow.
us.
It's all auto by default.
I could have sworn you set it up to let
No, we
always
we,
ask.
we talked about it, and then I went ahead and went with auto combat just
okay. Well, never mind.
for time constraints. If we
Although
ever
the
had,
manual
next time we
combat's
play-
what's that?
one of the things that makes this game so much fun.
Yeah.
When you get in those really close battles. And we wouldn't mind if we reloaded that 2 or 3 times.
No.
In the manual
close battle
combat.
like that? Yeah, that would be cool.
Who's this guy? I can't tell who I'm running around here.
I haven't seen any of those independents in a while. I wonder if we finally wiped them out.
Now there's one right here. Pretty much in the middle of the map. I just found an independent. We're at war with them, evidently. It's
You know what I wish we all had? I wish we all had Sons of the Solar Empire.
pretty fun.
Oh man, I would love it. I just can't even imagine what that'd be like on multiplayer. It lets you do teams and everything. Yeah, we would have a blast. It's a real-time strategy.
Yay! I just took another independent city.
Go
Next
for
time it goes on sale, I'll see if I can get a 4-pack or whatever.
Absorb.
See if it could be
I've
fun to
seen
play with you guys.
Yeah, I've heard lots
It's
of
back
good
up to
things about that
$40
game.
now. I got it for
Heard.
15 or 10.
Man, I'm just wiping out these independent cities.
Are you
Let's see.
taking
We
them
got
out
a
or are you
whole
buying them?
bunch of them.
No, I'm absorbing them. See how many empires I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little regions on the map now.
I'm finally starting to
Sons
get
of
a
the
bit of
Solar.
infrastructure built up here, so hopefully.
Is it the Rebellion one?
Yeah, Rebellion's the latest one.
That's the one you
How
have,
much-
right?
Yeah, how much is it now?
$40.
Yeah, I wouldn't spend
4-pack
$40
is
on
100.
it.
The
It was
the
$10
4-pack is-
for that sale.
Oh God, I should have grabbed that. Didn't even realize it was on sale.
Next time, just put it on your wish list. Next time it goes on sale, I would suggest picking it
It'll
up.
send me an email.
Hey, where do you see, like, what you're spending upkeep on?
I just hover over your gold.
Over your
top.
gold.
Well, I see that. I mean, hold on. So, like, I hover over my mana, or my mana. It says my upkeep is negative 63. But where do I see where I'm actually spending that?
That I don't know.
Probably want to go to your overview panel. Click on.
Active spells.
Yeah, where would it be?
Summon. Oh, when you summon stuff, it has a mana upkeep. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Got it. Alright.
Where do you see that at? Armies?
Active spells. the far right.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I got all these paid absolutions.
Yeah, I don't have all. I'm just paying for my fantastic creature is costing me 18 mana.
Strategic dysfunction.
Let me go just.
Apparently, I got a couple of curses on me.
You have curses on you?
Something paid absolution.
Paid Absolution actually is not a curse. Paid Absolution, what it does is it's cast on a target city. The target city owned by the caster generates an additional 10 gold per turn, and the caster units gain 200 morale within the enchanted city's domain. That's one of my spells.
Huh. So you cast that on my cities?
No, I don't know actually how you got it cast in your cities.
I have a new
honestly.
city! Yay!
Man, I still don't have a damn summon spell. Okay, last time I'm going with battle
It was
warlords.
not undefended. What the fuck?
Hey, yo, please watch the language.
Barton.
This is a PG podcast, or a PG Let's Play.
It just got rated R.
For one momentary moment.
Well, my city, it said a city was undefended, and yet I had 3 units in the city, and they're gone. Like, no clue where they went.
You lost 3 cities?
No, 3 units in a city just
Oh.
vanished. Just vanished.
Yeah, that is weird.
So I'm a little miffed that my units just disappeared. There's still, I don't know about everybody else, but I am still running into a crap ton of bugs in this game. They're on, what,
Yeah,
the
me
3rd
too.
patch?
How do I dismiss
Are they?
this
I understand it's going to take time, but man.
Okay. I need to... So once I've summoned somebody, how do I dismiss that specific guy?
That is a good question. No clue. He came from clear off the map and took over a city. Clear out of my sight range on a city that my borders almost touched my capital city.
That's happened to me twice.
That is beyond stupid. I think someone's algorithms are messed up.
Alright, I want to get rid of this guy. How do I get rid of this guy? Well, I guess as long as I'm gathering and playing for him, I'll send him down here. I'm going to tell these guys to build some walls.
That's irritating, because there was no one on the map. And out of nowhere, they came and wiped and took over a city. Claiming it was undefended, and there were units in it. So I'm not so upset about the undefended part. I'm a little bit more upset about the what happened to my 3 units, because they took, 8 turns to build. Where did they go?
You think he might have converted him?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. Because it is very, very irritating.
Let me look it up. So apparently if you go up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, you instantly destroy target army.
Shut up. Are you being serious?
Yep. The old Konami code. That's funny. You forgot to select start.
Well, if you open up the console window and type in
IDKFA.
Yeah. Trying to think of some of those famous cheat codes.
IDDQD. No clip.
Well, I feel your pain, Nathan. I feel your pain.
Well, I knew you were frustrated because of this stuff, but this is just ridiculous.
Well, you've heard me spaz out about these games.
There was no one, and the thing is now my line of sight is really really tiny in this area because they took away my borders, but my borders stretched all the way to a ruins through forest and hills and mountains, and it says they came from the mountains area into my city, into my area, across the plains, up the road and through the woods into my city. I mean, that's more movement than I get with my unit, and I've got 38 movement with that unit. And I couldn't make it across a bridge and then into, down a road into the city with one movement.
I have a probable victory that I just ran from. I said, I don't
See,
think
Glenn
so.
Wickman likes my Richard Simmons photo.
Well, there you go.
Glenn Wickman. Where did you post this
I think on Facebook
Simmons
and
photo
Twitter.
that everybody should be terrified of? Facebook?
Enemy unit occupied Earth node. Okay, this ain't happening. Are you still there? Are you still there? I think. Well, I see a flag there, so yeah.
I'm just looking at all those beautiful cities to my right. Just need to build up a bunch of armies and just sweep across there like
Wipe them all out.
flipping, what's his name? Attila the Hun or Genghis Khan. Maybe that's the key, just build a bunch of horsemen. Bunch of rainbow unicorn ponies.
There you go. Alright, so we're at the end of hour 3, basically. So 1 second, guys. Alright, that'll end part 3 of the Shane Plays Let's Play multiplayer of Age of Wonders 3 with Matt Barton and Nathan Tolbert. And end the video here, and we'll pick up right at the same spot with part 4. Thanks for watching.